Can the Outer Worlds 2 save Obsidian? I don't think so, man. I think probably Microsoft will keep them alive for a while, and they'll probably, what you'll see is a bunch of layoffs, and then they'll just replace people. That's probably how this is gonna go.
My dudes, get your loops. It just keeps happening. Obsidian has just released The Outer Worlds 2, and Xbox once again had the balls to give me a key. And this is after my not-so-happy review of Avowed.
How do you get a key? I want a key. I want keys to these games.
Thanks for the key, Xbox.
But you know what? You gotta respect the hustle. And I've said it before.
I probably would enjoy it more than the creation bullshit from Fallout 4 that just happened.
But I'm a sucker for open world RPGs. But
Same.
to tell you the truth, I didn't even bother with the first game. It just looked like a worse Fallout, and I was saving my deep
It kind of was. It was better in some ways, worse in some ways.
space RPG load for Todd Howard Starfield, which sadly just left me with the worst blue balls I've ever had. What the hell were you thinking, Todd?
We haven't really been eating good on the open world RPGs in a while. I think the last good one was Baldur's Gate 3. Correct me if I'm wrong here.
Get out of here. I never want to see you again. Todd, wait. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get mad at you. You just make me so angry sometimes, and I can't control my emotions. Please come back inside and keep working on the Elder Scrolls 6. Alright, now look, I used to be a huge fan of Obsidian, but after playing Avowed, my expectations going into the Outer Worlds 2 were pretty damn low. The biggest issue I had with that game was just how mid it was. You can barely interact with anything.
I think the only thing I've actually played from Obsidian was Fallout New Vegas, and I fucking loved that game.
Or anybody in the world. Not that you would want to, with how ugly they made the NPCs. This wasn't an accident. You have to go out of your way to make something this bad. What is this, a black Mexican?
Fried chicken tacos, motherfucker.
But the worst part about Avowed was the writing. Almost every single dialogue was the same thing. Some wussy-ass dude paired with a strong, independent woman that puts him in his place because I don't need no man. But hey, maybe the Outer Worlds 2 is different.
The Astrogators gears are shot!
Gay. Gay.
I love Scouter V's editing.
Why are you gay?
Damn it. Here we go again. I've always been honest with you dudes, and that's never gonna change.
I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way it sounds. I hate the characters. It's color slop. The color slop really pisses me off more than anything. And it's got the trans colors everywhere.
The Outer Worlds 2 is a huge step up.
You'll notice all the purples, teals, and whites
from Avowed. And I know people are trashing on the game because of the previous drama surrounding Xbox and Obsidian, but I'm not gonna do that here. I gave this game an honest chance, and the Outer Worlds 2 isn't that bad. Hell, I actually
solid 7 out of 10. I still hate the way the characters look.
Agree with the Metacritic score. It's about a 7 out of 10. But what's stopping it from being any higher are all the terrible decisions Obsidian made that's holding it back. And these issues could easily be fixed if they actually got some talent on their writing and art teams. And trust me, I'm gonna get into that. But first, I gotta call out the stupidity of Xbox and how they force every single one of their studios that have a character creation option to alienate normal people by pushing the
I'm fine with having the old creators from the old Fallout games. You barely even mess with it. All the characters are just bad anyway. But they've gotten worse, I think. I'd rather look at the old Fallout models than any of this new. They look like they're made out of Play-Doh.
Stupid body type 1, body type 2 nonsense. I'm sick of it, but hey, at least they got rid of pronouns. Maybe Xbox is healing. But seriously, the game starts out with this cringe scene of this female character that slaps her sissy male colleague in the face. I made a tweet about it.
Dude, I'm so tired of the masculine females. It's fine if you got 1 or 2, because that's usually in your everyday life, maybe how many masculine females you see. But when they're all masculine females, what the fuck are you doing?
It looks like it went a little viral, and rightfully so, because people are sick of double standards and bad writing. How is it a double standard?
And all the dudes look like they're feminine. They're feminized. Even the ones that are supposed to be masculine, they still look really pretty.
Well, let's be honest here.
Pretty.
No AAA gaming studio would ever show a scene where a dude is giving a woman the old Sean Connery.
You think it's good to slap a woman?
I think it's absolutely right.
To give a good slap.
Absolutely.
Wait till people see this interview. Are you going to get mail?
Might get some female.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't really even care that she slapped
I love James Bond. Also, Zardoz.
him. I just find it annoying that current day movies and games have no problem with showing women being violent towards men and treating them like crap because they think it makes women look stunning and brave. But these same people would raise hell if the roles were reversed. We've even seen gaming companies go back and change dialogue and entire scenes because they want to censor anything remotely close to this. And if you don't believe me, Square Enix removed the iconic scene where Eris got a little slappy. And then they added scenes where Scarlet treats men like shit and forces them to walk around on all fours. It's a bunch of bullshit.
What
now
the
I
fuck?
want to talk about something even more.
Yeah, I
want
like
you dudes to
controversy.
sit down and really think, why are these two people in the scene white? Do you think it's just a coincidence? Wrong. It's because if this dude was anything but white, the purple hairs would complain that it looks bad.
Wait, is that a dude? Hold on, that's a dude? I thought that was a chick. Damn it. See, this is what I'm talking about.
If a white person was slapping a minority, so we can't have
I thought it was just a lesbian.
that. This dude's race is set in stone. But then why didn't they turn the girl into Deborah Wilson or that
That straight up, it looks like a woman, does it not?
bald ass thing from Intergalactic?
I think
Well,
he's
that's
wrong.
not gonna work either because now they're portraying minorities as too violent. The only way Obsidian or any other AAA studio can make a scene like this is if it's a white girl slapping a white guy. And once you realize this, you're gonna start to see how common this
It's a masculine female slapping a feminized male.
style of writing is in modern gaming, or movies for that matter. But is the whole game like this? No. There's actually some fun to be had here. If you're able to look past the Cocoa Melon color palette and what I think to be
That's my biggest problem. I don't think I'll be able to look past that unless I get mods that fix the colors. Because that color slop, no thanks, man.
some of the ugliest companions in RPG history. No joke. This
Yeah, ugly ass characters. Yeah, Dragon Age of Veilguard levels.
game gives Dragon Age the Veilguard a run for their money. At least they put a cute Asian in it. Not busty, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Look, I'm sorry, Obsidian, but no, I don't want to team up with a woman who sells tamales outside of Walmart at 10 p.m. or this 2006 Oblivion-looking NPC with a damn baby arm growing out of her back.
What the fuck?
Ugh, kill him with fire! Here's the thing though, I gotta give props when it's deserved. They gave you the power to boot any party member you don't like. So you know I started with Miles, the bootleg Barrett. I know what you're all thinking here. Black and disabled? Where have I seen that before? Honestly though, this dude wasn't that bad. But he couldn't stop bugging me to do some side quest to meet up with his boyfriend or some shit.
Reckon we could drop by and pay him a visit. Brief one, of course.
Sorry man, we don't got time for that.
This is important to me. And not to be cheeky, but I did save your life.
Still not happening, bro. You can shut up now.
I can't believe we left Paradise Island without at least checking in on Zeb.
Dude, holy hell, man. Take
He's too smooth. He's too smooth and he's too woman-like.
a hint. I don't want to do your damn
Like, if they said that this was a woman, I'd believe them.
quest.
Yeah, you've made that abundantly clear.
That's it, man. Get the hell out of here. You're gone.
Like, switch the voice to something a little bit higher pitched. I think that they could pull off this being a woman.
What? Where's this coming from?
Then Mama Coco started running her mouth about it.
Have to say, disagree with your decision about Niles.
So I took it upon myself to get her deported. You gotta stop the flood. But get this, not only can you get rid of team members, but you can actually kill any NPC. So I started reading the universe of anybody that looked like they had an active account on Blue Sky. Green hair, bam! Update your bio, bitch. Were. Is that an albino black dude? Somebody actually went out of their way to make a DEI shiny. Nintendo's gonna get me if I use a Pokeball, so let's try the next best thing.
Yeah, also, very clean, very pretty, very feminized.
DEI shiny. Nintendo's gonna get me if I use a Pokeball, so let's try the next best thing. Okay, real talk. I know I'm
The more I see about this game, the more I don't want to get it. And I did want to get it. I was on board, but I think this wishy-washy, me being on board, me being not on board, I think I'm not going to end up getting this game ever. I didn't end up getting the first one, even with mods. I played some mods on somebody else's PC, but they didn't have any good ones.
giving this game a hard time, but I honestly don't hate it, and I don't blame anybody that wants to play it. If you want to give it a shot, I recommend playing it like an asshole. Kill everybody and ignore the writing. You might have some fun here. And like I said in my Avowed review, whoever they have on their team that works on the technical side of combat and movement knows how to do their job. I was running around parkouring on everything like a Kenyan in the Matrix. But I'm wondering, why is this game doing so badly on Steam? Avowed capped out at 19,000, and that was before Xbox announced their price increase.
Avowed did better, probably because they had better marketing for a little while. and they had an actual like pushback marketing campaign. But this time they kind of shit all over that by calling everybody haters. I mean, they called everybody haters before, but this time it was really bad.
On Game Pass, so they can't use that as an excuse. Whatever it is, you know you got a problem on your hands when your sequel is putting up worse numbers than the first title.
And I think that's the problem too with between it and Avowed. Avowed was not a sequel, it was a new IP, and people were interested in it, and it was being kind of advertised as like a Skyrim killer, not by Obsidian, I don't think. I think that was just people on social media running that campaign. But still, that's what they kind of marketed it as on social media. And Outer Worlds 2 was supposed to be like a Fallout New Vegas, and it definitely is not.
A lot of people are saying it's because of all these weird statements made by Avowed's art director, Matt Henson. But what I think was even more damaging were all the videos comparing Avowed to old games like Oblivion that showed the lack of attention to detail and effort that was put into that game. And it looks like they took it personally because a lot of the things people complained about, like how you couldn't shoot birds in the sky, or
I had somebody say that you should compare it to Diablo 4, and I was like, oh no. Oh no. It was like a first-person Diablo 4. Yeah, it definitely was, dude. Couldn't do shit.
put bullet holes in the walls. They're all possible here. But even though this game is an improvement over Avowed, I don't know if it's gonna sell well enough to turn a profit. And based off the numbers we're seeing, it's not looking good for Obsidian. And the only way to fix this is if Xbox gets in there and starts getting rid of all the poor writers and these people that keep pushing for a world.
And it's coming. It's coming.
That looks like Fruity Pebbles. And if they don't, I wouldn't be surprised if we
hear they're bleeding money right now. They got to do something. They're gonna do something.
Another once legendary studio getting closed down. But hey, when's the
it won't
last
happen.
time
I don't think they're gonna shut it down. I think they'll just fire everybody and rework it.
Studio actually listen to their fans? Hey dudes, I just want to say that I've been going hard
From Software, I think they do pretty good about listening to the fans.
On videos for a little bit over a year, and it's been a fun ride. You might have noticed, but I've been slowing down a little bit over the past few months, and that's because I took out a small loan to work on a game with a small group of people. And the goal is to launch
I've been keeping up with it in his Discord.
Kickstarter 6 to 8 months from now. Currently, we're still working on the engine, so I can't really show any gameplay yet, but I will as soon as I can. Until that's ready, we've been working on a ton of
It definitely seems like something I'd be into.
in-game assets, art, and UI elements for the game.
I like the retro stuff.
And I just gotta say, things are really coming together. And this isn't gonna be a small game either. I want to make the first open world JRPG that has the freedom of Skyrim, but with a focus on monster tame that should blow Pokemon out of the water. Which, let's be honest, shouldn't be that hard. What the hell even is this? So why am I doing this? Well, to be honest, I really want to make gaming great again. And while I would love to just sit here and make funny videos to make you guys laugh, unfortunately, YouTube thinks my content is too edgy. And they really don't push my videos into the algorithm, no matter what I seem to do. And after spending over 50 hours on editing just to see this, you gotta start making changes. So moving forward, I'm still gonna be making content, but instead of just focus on complaining about the gaming industry, I want to bring something special to you guys. And if you're interested in helping on art, or if you're a coder that has experience with Lewis scripts, hit me up on Discord. I'll have the link in the comments below. Anyways, I gotta get back to work. Peace.
Yeah, man, Scouter V is awesome. I like his videos. It's too bad that YouTube basically just shits all over him, doesn't send his content out. Send it out to me, but that's because I checked the subscriptions box.